everyone, welcome back. Today I want to show you how I do this light cranberry smoky eye, which I think is just beautiful for the fall time. I wanted to keep it really wearable and more on the natural side, so you can wear this during the day or the nighttime. I hope that you guys enjoy, and let's get started. So we're going to start with the skin first, and because it's pretty cold during the fall, I decided to go for the CC Cream by Alba Botanica, which is nice and moisturizing, so it'll help protect the skin from the cold. And I like this one in particular because they're conscious of the ingredients they use, and I always think it's nice to incorporate more natural products if possible, plus it's mineral based, which makes it really easy to blend into the skin. And here I'm just using my Real Techniques buffing brush, but of course you could also just apply this using your fingertips. Just make sure that they're nice and clean and sanitized. Moving on to concealer, I'm going to use a bit of this L'Oreal True Match to brighten up my under eye area. And then I'm going to use that same foundation brush and just blend that into the skin. And because my skin is more on the oily side, I'm going to lightly set this CC cream with my MAC Studio Fix powder, and I decided to mix it in with a bit of my Rimmel London blotting powder as well. So I'm just lightly dusting that all over my skin. And then, of course, as I always do, I'm just going to take a Q-tip and remove all the foundation that's left on my lips. Now I'm going to contour and bronze up my face a little bit. Here I'm using the True Match Super Blendable Powder in the shade N8, which is a few shades darker than my skin tone. And for blush, I'm going to go for this really gorgeous peachy, orangey colored blush, and I'm just going to apply that right over the bronzer and pull it back into my hairline. Even though this is a fall tutorial, I always like to bronze and add a colorful blush no matter what time of year. So now the skin is all done and it's time to move on to the brows. And I have a whole video on how I do my brows, and even though it's from last year, I haven't really changed anything from the way I did it in the tutorial. So I will link that down below if you want a closer step-by-step. And I just love defining my eyebrows. I feel like it just frames your eyes so nicely, so I just love this step. And if you saw my no mirror makeup challenge, you'll see how I look with very thick brows, so check that out if you haven't seen it already. It's pretty funny. Alright, so now it's time for those cranberry eyes, and I already went ahead and did one of the eyes. The first thing I'm going to do is take this primer potion by Urban Decay and just prime my eyelids. And then using my trusty old Naked palette, I'm going to take this brown shade called Buck and just apply that into my crease using a soft blending brush. And I think the key to applying shadows in your crease is to go slowly and to gradually build up the intensity rather than packing on all the color at once. This way it's a lot easier to blend and to control. Now I'm taking my BH Day and Night palette and a flat shader brush and taking that beautiful cranberry eyeshadow and applying this to my entire lower eyelid. And when I want a very pigmented application, I always press the shadow onto the lid rather than sweeping it like back and forth, because you get more color payoff and less fallout. And then I'm just taking that same blending brush I used before and making sure that the cranberry color just fades nicely into the brown crease color. Then using this smaller pencil brush, I'm taking a bit of this chocolate brown and applying it to the outer half of my crease, sort of in a V shape, just to give more depth to the eyes. And I love how this brown just kind of complements the cranberry really nicely. And here again, I'm just taking that same blending brush and just making sure that the colors mesh nicely together. And now for the lower lash line, I'm taking this flat angled brush and picking up this darker brown color, and I'm just applying that to the sort of outer to inner half of the lower lash line. And I love, love, love doing this. Even if I don't have a lot of other things going on my eyes, I always like to have a bit of a smoky bottom lash. And here I just took that same cranberry color that I had on the lid and applying that right underneath that dark brown. And then going back with my blending brush, I'm picking up a Buck, which is the same color we put in the crease, and just using that to kind of soften the under eyes. And now I'm going back with that same dark brown just to kind of deepen and add a bit more intensity to the lower lash line. And now I'm going to add a bit of shimmer and light to the center of the eyes, and I'm just taking this highlight color from the Sleek Contour Kit and applying that to the inner corners of my eyes. And now I'm just going to apply some black liner to my waterline, and I just went ahead and did my liquid liner and mascara. So to complete the eyes, I'm just gonna add a little bit more concealer right underneath the eyes. This will just again help to brighten underneath and kind of get rid of any fallout that might have come down from the shadows. And lastly, for the lips, I kind of wanted to keep it a bit more natural, so I went for this nudie pink combination, but I think this would look really great with a darker lip color as well. So it's just about experimenting and seeing what works for you. So that is my completed fall cranberry eye look. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye guys!